There's nothing more attractive to a woman than a man with confidence. But what is it about them that's so unique and special? What do they do exactly that makes them so irresistible to women? Well, that's what I'm going to show you today in this video. I'm going to show you the 5 things that only the most confident men do, which makes them insanely attractive to women. These are 5 ways in which confident men differentiate themselves from other guys out there. And it's what makes them so darn special. As you watch this video, I want you to pay close attention so you can figure out how to model these in your own life. But trust me, if you can model these 5 things or even just do 2 or 3 of them, you'll instantly become more attractive to women. And I really mean instantly. So are you ready? Great. Let's dive in. My name is Marni, and from here on out, I am going to be your very own personal wing girl. Every week, I will give you the no BS insider information about what women really want, plus instantly effective methods to win over any girl you like. So just hit that subscribe button now so you never miss a video. All right, here are the 5 attractive things only confident men do. Number 1, confident men trust themselves. Self-trust. That's where confidence really comes from if you think about it. And that's what confident men do. They trust themselves 100%. They trust that they are inherently valuable, that they are good enough. They trust their judgments. They trust their skills. They trust that my neighbors next door are very loud. They trust their decisions. In simple words, they have full faith in themselves almost at all times. Most men out there don't put this trust in themselves. Instead, they doubt themselves. Am I even good enough for this? Can I even hold a conversation with her? Is this conversation going well? Does she like me at all? These are all the types of thoughts most men have. As a result, they appear insecure and afraid when interacting with women. And the moment we notice it, we, start to reject that guy and lose interest. Now, on the contrary, when a confident man, self-trusting man interacts with us, it's a totally different experience. We can sense that aura of self-assuredness that he radiates. We know he feels that he's more than good enough for us, which actually leads us to believe that he is. We see how easily and comfortably he talks to us, as if he knows we've no choice but to be attracted to him. And guess what? More often than not, that's what happens. The inevitable conclusion, self-fulfilling prophecy. We end up getting attracted to him like a moth to a flame. That simple but powerful act of self-trust makes him magnetic. Now, you might wonder, how do these men actually get this self-trust? What's the process of developing self-trust? Well, first of all, understand that self-trust is an action. And this action will turn into a habit if you repeat it day after day. That's how confident men really develop self-trust. They simply start putting the trust in themselves day after day, no questions asked. Many of them don't think of it consciously, but that's what they really do. They decide to trust themselves in every situation, no questions asked. And they commit to this ritual or practice day after day till it becomes an unthinking habit. All right, moving on. Number 2, confident men express without fear. Most men are too careful and self-conscious. They worry a lot about what to say, what to do, and how they'll come across when they say or do something. So they suppress themselves. They hold themselves back from saying what they want, doing what they like, and revealing their authentic personality. Not confident men, though. Confident men wear their personalities on their sleeves like a badge of freaking armor. They are uninhibited. They do not hold back. They say what they want, and they know how they want to say it. They do what they want and how they want to do it. They don't worry about what might happen if someone doesn't like the things they say or do. They don't worry about the repercussions because they trust that whatever happens, they can handle it and they can deal with it. This also means that they don't try to be nice and agreeable to build rapport with a girl, something so many guys do. So many guys will say things and do things just to be nice and not disagree with a girl. They're afraid that they might lose the girl if they do. That's not what the confident men do. Confident guys are not afraid to break rapport if need be. If a girl's acting out, they call her out on it. If there's something they disagree with, they'll point that out without thinking twice. Not in a rude way, but they'll point it out. If they want to tease or mock the girl playfully, they'll go right ahead. If there's something they don't want to do, they'll say no without worry. This type of fearless and authentic expression makes them super charismatic. Girls and people in general are madly drawn to this type of free, uninhibited style of expression. All right, number 3, they don't try to impress anybody. This is like the unspoken rule confident men live by. Never try to impress anyone. because why bother? It's unnecessary pressure. All it does is get you inside your head and fill you up with all the worry and anxiety in the world. Trying to impress someone, no matter how much you want them to like you, is a pointless mission. It just is. In fact, by trying to impress someone, you actually risk appearing needy. And as I've said so many times, neediness is the #1 biggest attraction killer. When a girl, or anyone for that matter, senses that you're too needy, that you desperately want them to like you become very unattractive in their eyes. Plus, like I mentioned before, it just puts pressure on your brain. You don't want that. It forces your mind to worry about what people are thinking of you from time to time, or even all the time. It forces you to micromanage your actions so that you leave the right impression all the time. It forces it to anticipate bad reactions and figure out what to do to avoid that. So many tasks. No wonder you feel anxious. That's why confident men avoid doing this. Their rule, like I said before, is never try to impress anyone. They simply express themselves freely, and they trust that most people, with time, will end up liking them. If someone doesn't, they're okay with that. How? Simple. They don't base their identity on other people's opinions of them, good or bad. They're not looking for other people to validate them. They know who they are at the core, and they know that nobody's opinion of them can change the truth. Now, here's how this carefree, I'm not here to impress you mindset impacts women. When you meet a guy with this mindset, it catches us off guard. We think, what's the deal with this guy? Who is he? Why isn't he trying to impress me like all of the other guys? Does he even like me? And right there, the magic happens. Now we start to doubt if the guy likes us. And guess what? Because of that doubt, we start to try to impress him. We try to make us attractive to him. We try to win him over, and all he has to do is allow us. Moving on. #4, confident men impose personal boundaries. This is a major act of confidence, establishing what's acceptable and what's not, and letting people know about it in clear terms. Most guys that I know of do not do this. They don't even think about what's acceptable or unacceptable. Let's say some girl insults a close friend of theirs. Instead of standing up for their friend, they'll let it go. If she asks them to pay for dinner every single time they go out, they'll do it happily. If she mocks their choice of career or hobbies they like, they'll laugh with it. They basically let women walk all over them. They don't establish those clear-cut boundaries. Why? Because they're afraid. They're too afraid. What if the girl starts to dislike them for it? What if she gets offended? What if she leaves them forever? Seems too risky. But confident men don't care about that at all. They have a well-defined sense of right and wrong for themselves, acceptable and unacceptable. And they'll impose those boundaries without a second thought. So what happens as a result? They earn their respect. We understand that this is a man who clearly values himself, and he expects to be treated like a high-value guy. So that's what we do. We comply. We respect his boundaries, and we respect him. Now, are there times when a girl will get pissed or offended when you impose your boundaries? Absolutely, 100%. But that doesn't mean you've got to make a compromise. Confident guys never do. They stick to their guns no matter what. And they're not jerks about it. They just do it. And if the girl can respect that, good. If she doesn't, no problem. Either way, their boundaries stand firm. No one, no matter how important, no matter how hot, can change that. Confident men would rather lose the girl than lose their personal boundaries. And that's the mark of a true alpha male. Okay, moving on to the final thing on this list. This is extremely powerful, so pay close attention. #5, confident men expect positive treatment. Confident men feels entitled to positive treatment from the women he meets. He expects it. Why? Because he trusts that he possesses value. Not in an arrogant way, but he knows he's attractive. Why wouldn't a girl be happy to be talking to him? Yes, she might test or challenge his confidence at times by being a little offensive or bitchy. Yes, she might not show that much interest in talking to him at the beginning of the interaction, but he knows that with time, she'll come around. She'll start responding and reacting to him in a positive manner. He knows that eventually she's going to feel drawn to him. It's just inevitable. And guess what? More often than not, that's exactly what happens. As we interact with this type of guy, we start to feel drawn to him. Even if we don't like him at first, or hate his guts, or think that he's weird, with time, we can't help but acknowledge that he's an attractive guy. It just happens. I don't know how, but it just happens. Now let's look at the other side. What do most men do? Do they expect positive reception? Hardly. All they think of is this. What if the girl doesn't like them? How can they avoid being rejected? What if they say something stupid and lose the girl? They anticipate negative responses from the get-go. It fills them up with fear and it fills them up with anxiety. So even if they somehow manage to walk up to the girl and start a conversation, which is extremely brave, by the way, very soon they freak out. The anxiety in their head gets to them and they do something to self-sabotage. Those expectations that they had of losing the girl, not being liked, all that turns into a reality for them, like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, you might think that the reason most men anticipate negative responses is because they lack self-trust, right? They think they can't get girls because they don't trust they have value. They don't think that they are attractive, but you see, this is just the surface level explanation. I've noticed the problem actually runs much deeper for so many guys. The real reason most guys have trouble trusting that they have value, the reason they don't feel attractive, and why they expect negative responses from women boils down to one thing, and one thing only: limiting beliefs. Social conditioning through movies, through TV shows, news, and advertising, combined with misinterpreted past experiences, leads them to form terrible beliefs about themselves, beliefs that limit them, that forces them to self-sabotage. Until these limited beliefs are removed, there's no trick, no hack, no tactic that can help them succeed with women or in life. Now, the question is, how do you remove these beliefs? Well, it's actually easier than you would imagine. In fact, just recently, I made an entire video about this. In it, I reveal a psychological trick that can erase all the limiting beliefs that secretly hold you back from getting the women that you want. And it helps you replace those limiting beliefs with empowering ones that fuel you with unshakable confidence. It's extremely powerful and super easy. This trick has been used in the military to build soldiers with nerves of steel. It's been used by public speakers, former American presidents, MMA fighters, top business leaders, and so many other groups of high performers whose jobs need them to be cool, calm, and confident under extreme pressure situations. So not only that, but I had the power of this astonishing trick tested on 46 of my own students, and the results left me completely startled. They used this trick for only a single month and saw a 300% rise in their success rate with women, meaning triple the phone numbers, triple the dates, triple the sexual encounters, triple everything. Now, mind you, I didn't teach them anything else. No flirting techniques, no conversation starters, no body language hacks, nothing. Only this one simple psychological trick, and they tripled their success with women. What's even more crazier is that you don't have to wait for 30 days to see results after using this trick. You'll start to erase your limiting beliefs and boost your confidence right after the first time you use this trick. So let me repeat that. The moment you use it, it will start removing your limiting beliefs and filling you up with rock solid confidence. And if you have trouble believing that, just check it out for yourself. You can do it for free. All you have to do is click the link on the screen or the link in the description right now and discover my powerful confidence boosting technique. You'll see a short video on the page that you're led to that describes what this trick is and how to start using it. Plus, if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll also find another video where I personally give you a demonstration of this amazing trick. If you simply listen to that second video on the page, you will see an instant boost in your confidence and energy, and the power of this amazing trick will be proven to you then and there. So do not wait. Just click the link on your screen or the link in the description box below and check it out. And lastly, I hope you liked today's video. I hope you learned something valuable and some valuable lessons from it, and I hope I will see you again next week.